Good evening. Hi, my name is Russ Pierce, and I'm the faculty moderator of Fordham Law School's Institute on Religion, Law, and Lawyers' Work. I'd like to welcome you on behalf of Fordham Law School to tonight's John and Nancy Epler-Wolff Lecture in Jewish Law. The Wolff Lecture is always one of the highlights of our year at the Religion Institute. I'd like to acknowledge John Wolff, who is here with us tonight. I would also like to acknowledge one of our former lecturers, Professor Daniel Sinclair from Israel, who is also with us tonight. So, I'm not going to give a formal introduction, and I know you're here to listen to our distinguished speaker, but I just have to say a few words. Visotzky is not only a world-renowned scholar, he is a close friend of Fordham Law School. For many years, he has worked with both the Louis Stein Center and with the Institute on Religion, Law, and Lawyers' Work. And we are very grateful for our institutional and personal friendship, and very glad that he can be with us this evening. I am delighted as well that my friend and colleague Aaron Sager will be responding to Professor Visotzky's lecture. And I want to briefly introduce the moderator for tonight's panel. Professor and Rabbi Steve Blanchard, who's immediately to my left, is a scholar in residence for Jewish law at the Institute on Religion, Law, and Lawyers' Work. He has had a long and distinguished career, including as a professor of philosophy at Washington University, to today, where he works at Klal, and also for part of the year is a professor of Jewish law at Humboldt University in Berlin. And now I'd like to turn the evening over to my friend and colleague, Steve Blanchard.
Russ has already welcomed you. We will have, first let me introduce our keynote speaker, and then after he speaks, there'll be a chance for a response. I'll also introduce to you the respondent, who you already know about. But while they're speaking, you're thinking of questions. And to make it easier for you, cards are being distributed, or should have been distributed, so that you can write those questions down. And while the two of them are dialoguing after the response, we'll come and collect the cards so that we can respond to your questions. It's a lot easier to do that than have people compete for a chance to get their hands raised. It's easier to get the cards. So, does everybody have access to cards? Okay. It's actually my privilege tonight briefly to introduce Professor Burton Visotzky, who is the Appelman Professor of Midrash and Interreligious Studies at the Jewish Theological Seminary. He's been on the faculty there since 1960.